In the last few days, the WHO released an announcement that we, as a global people, are not prepared for a pandemic the likes of what it seems like the coronavirus is going to be. Two things to unpack from that. First, great job, WHO. Thank you for putting everyone into a fucking panic even further than they already are. You're doing the media proud. Second, whose fucking fault is that, you idiots? You are the World Health Organization. When people started doing things to try and curtail the spread of this, like quarantining and closing the borders just to make sure that it wouldn't spread quite as fast and that they could prepare, you shamed people, called them racist for doing it, and demanded that they reopen and stop what they were doing. And now you're saying, oh, well, we're not prepared. What is it with all these both government and global organizations that always do this shit? They put virtue signaling ahead of their actual fucking jobs, and then they turn around and blame either the country or the regular Joes for something failing, which was their goddamn job. I mean, like, we have the WHO blaming every other country for not being prepared, as they literally told every country to not prepare because it would be racism if they did. You have the UN, who fucking brings on Saudi Arabia for their Women's Rights Council, a country that does not recognize women as existing. And you have more localized government things like the British police either outright ignoring or flat covering up to 2,000 plus groomings of young women because the people that were grooming them are Middle Eastern, and if they accuse them or brought evidence forward, that's racism. It boggles my mind how all of these organizations put diversity and misogyny and all of this shit above actually doing their job. Because somehow we now live in a world where facts and statistics are racism, sexism, whatever other ism you want to put in here. It's unbelievable. It really is. And if I don't know if this is an issue of the people that want to be in these positions because that's the kind of personality that it brings, or in order to get anywhere you have to be like this. I really don't. But if this is what the ultimate goal of, or the ultimate end product of globalization is, you can see why people like me are really against it. I do not believe in absolute isolationism. That I don't think anyone does. I believe in a country being its own entity, and then if they have any extras or if they choose to, then they can go out and help others, be with others, do with others, whatever. And that's a completely ignoring trade. Trade is just its own separate entity. I just more believe that a country should try to focus on being able to at least develop in some ways its own resources rather than being absolutely dependent on every other nation to stock that. That all said, what we're seeing right now is just absolutely insane, and unfortunately, we've seen before that it does work, that these shame tactics, these virtue signal tactics, they do work. These global organizations then cause the governmental organizations to restructure in that way. And I'm hoping, I really, really am hoping, that people are going to see how badly the WHO have fucked up, and they are going to just laugh at them. They not only laugh at them, but completely ignore every other thing that they will say in the future. a good number of people that watch this probably already do, because you might remember the Who from the gaming disorder. This is like on a whole. People laughed at that, but this is on a whole other level. Saying that preparing for a pandemic is racism because we must cater to and bow to the overlord China. What does China have on all of these things? That's what I want to know, really. I really hope that this can be something, a wake-up call to people. And I know how conspiratorial that sounds, yes. I hate that when we've turned the phrase wake-up call into a conspiracy thing, but welcome to the modern era. I hope that this makes people realize just how not only useless, but detrimental these organizations in the modern era can be. When they were first made, or even up to a few years ago, they served a purpose, but now they've just become so not only overbloated, but just insane and dogmatic in their beliefs that they are doing more harm than good. They either need a flat-out restructuring or a full-on removal. God, this is going to be an interesting, well, few months, because thank you, Who, for helping spread a virus that you were supposed to try and stop. Good on you. But also a few years, because I figure that this is just going to keep getting worse and worse until we hit a boiling point. I'd love to be wrong about that. I really would. This has been Math Machine saying fuck the Who, and not the band. They're still okay. I like them. Peace out.